What's going on, y'all? It's your brother. I'm back. Today is Sunday. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Listen, before I start this reaction, me and Mecca sincerely and personally want to thank everybody. I don't even really know how to say this. We just want to thank everybody for all of the happy anniversaries, all of the well wishes, all of the encouragement to stay together and keep this thing going. All of the songs that were dedicated to us. Some songs we listened to, some it was just like Mecca really couldn't believe it. I tried to get her on camera to do this. She's not camera. She's not camera. Um, but she told me to tell y'all she super appreciates all of the love. I I really don't even know how to say all of this because Mecca particularly was really shocked when she was reading everything. But we back now. We back to the concrete jungle. It's one of them things, right? Vacation is beautiful, but at the same time, you can't wait to be home a little bit and get back to normal stuff. Like being on a cruise is beautiful, but the bathrooms is really small. It's like a quarter of your bathroom, or maybe half of your bathroom. Going to the buffet every night for me it gets a little I like my home cooking. But the food was good. I can't front. Like lamb chops, lamb stew, all of that. They've really improved on their food. So we had a great time, doing all kinds of stuff, zip line, jet ski, all of that stuff, and then just relaxing and chilling. Um, Now I'm back. It's back to regular. Gotta go to work tomorrow. It's Y'all know, man. Y'all already know how. It's back on the train at 5 in the morning, dealing with the crazies. Get on the bus, deal with the crazies. People with these mental issues and all that in the street is back. That's my last vacation for the year, so now I gotta create my vacations. Y'all know what I mean. So it is what it is, man. It's back to the concrete jungle. Listen, back to business. Sunday, I got all of y'all. I think it was when I did Aretha that last Sunday, a few weeks ago. I got a whole lot of great requests and stuff. So I'm gonna start with this one. This one is requested by Big Brother Horace Robinson, Mr. Horace Robinson. Always give me great um, songs. Always does. This is the Williams Brothers. I'm just a nobody for this Sunday that I get back off of vacation. So I'm hoping it's a great one. This is my first reaction of the day. I got a whole lot I'm gonna do. It's very early in the morning, so I got to get this started early because got to get ready for work and all that stuff tomorrow. We just got back in the house, and I'm getting straight to it. I'm getting straight to it. This is I'm just nobody. I'm just a nobody. First time doing the Williams Brothers. Never heard of them. But this is in the gospel room. Like I said, I'm not religious, but there's no harm in listening to the music. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's great music. Hope they don't block this.
was walking downtown one day, and I saw a man who appeared to be just an old wino sitting on the street telling the people about Jesus as they passed by. And because he was all raggedy and dirty, people would just laugh and make fun of the old man and walk on by. And he said, because of the way I am, no money, no fancy clothes, fine homes and cars, a lot of people consider me as nothing and say I don't know what I'm talking about. But there's one thing that he said that really touched my heart and stayed on my mind. When that old man looked up and said, I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. He said, I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. And he said, I've had so many problems in my life that I just couldn't deal with. So I started drinking, thought it would help ease my pain. But things...
I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second, right? I noticed that. And I always wondered how a person comes to that point, right? You going through stuff in life and you pick up a bottle. You pick up a drug habit. You compound your problems. I know it's something that's hard to understand and complicated to try to explain if somebody was to try to tell you why. But that's just something I always wondered. Why, when people get into tough situations in life, right? Finances, you might lose your car, your house, all the stuff, you go to drugs or alcohol. It's just always something I always wonder. And I seen it a lot. I seen it at my job. Guys going through stuff with child support, divorce, and paying alimony. He's living out of his car in the parking lot. Everybody's talking. Yeah, he going through this, he going through that. Next thing you know, he's drinking. He loses his job. Like, it's always been a tough thing for me to understand.
It's got worse. So I said, Lord, I give up. I'm in your hands. And that's when my life began to change. But these people think I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. And he said, on the streets day and night, that's my life, that's my home. Ain't got nowhere else I can go. So I just walk the streets telling the people about Jesus, from corner to corner, from door to door. But they all make fun of me and say I'm a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. Oh, I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. Tell you he can save. The Lord can save. Ooh, he can save your soul. I tell you, through Jesus Christ, your life can be changed and made whole. He can bring everlasting joy and peace within your soul. Ooh. And in many ways, I feel just like that old man, born in the country, raised on a farm, no money, no fancy clothes, no fine homes and
I hear you.
cars.
I hear
But
you.
thank God, Mama and Daddy raised me up on the real deal, and that's God Almighty. And sometimes when I sing about Jesus and people won't listen, I feel like I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. Sometimes I feel just like, about somebody who can save anybody. I tell you, I'm just a
Wow. Powerful record, man. Powerful song right there. And extremely relatable. Powerful record and extremely relatable. Like I said, I'm not religious or anything like that, but I've always heard gospel play like in my grandmother's house and stuff like that. But you know, the one thing that's always struck me is when people get into bad situations in life, they compound their problems with more problems. Like I remember asking my uncle before, rest in peace, um, when he was going through stuff, and I would ask him, well, if you was doing this and doing that, then why did you do that? How is that going to help you? And he never really had an answer for me. He would, shrug his shoulders and be like, cuz, it's cuz that's, what I'm saying, cuz that's what I never got why if a person is having financial difficulty, going through stuff, why they turn to drugs, why they turn to alcohol. When you've watched other people do it and you saw the result, like there's a young girl, she not a young girl, she younger than me, in my mother's building. Like right before COVID started, she started doing crack. I just couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand it. And I knew she had issues in her family, family problems and issues. You add crack to it. It's, I don't know. It's just crazy. I guess it's mental strength. But I've always believed in not compounding your problems. If I got one thing going on over here, that's all I want to deal with. Let me resolve this issue over here. Why am I going to add stuff on my plate, making it impossible, bringing me down? But, to each his own, peace to any and everybody out there who's going through stuff. I hope you can come out of it if you are. Um, that's a that's a beautiful song right there. Thank you, Mr. Robinson. I appreciate you as always. You know that, big brother. The Williams Brothers, I'm Just a Nobody. Powerful record. Powerful. Um, that's it for now. I'll see y'all next week with the next Sunday joint. Alright? Peace and blessings. I'll be back with some more.